Would you like a shopping basket? No, I'll need a cart. Fill her up. Right away.
Okay, when you hear the screaming goat, you know it's time for another week at Fabric Utopia. And this week we have got loads of stuff to talk about. In fact, I just released a video today called Resistance is Futile, which was kind of a play on Star Trek words, but this was a fabric, and we've got lots of fabric that is going to be hard to resist. So let's go with quilt kits first. I got 2 quilt kits from a collection from Wilmington Prints called Oh My Gourd. One is a placemat, and the other one is a table topper. Amber, you want to go into some more detail on that?
Yeah, we're gonna look at these downstairs to give you a better feel for the fabrics, but it's a 58 by 58 table topper. It uses the craft panel or placemat panel for the main blocks. There's 4 corner blocks that are the same, and then a center block and a couple borders. So it's a pretty easy table topper. And then also a real quick, easy project is the placemats. There's 4 different pictures. Well, 2 pictures, and they're each reversed. And I'll show you that when we get downstairs as well, give you a better close-up of it. But makes 4 placemats with the binding, and this kit does include the backing, although no batting, but it does give you backing for 4 placemats. So that's it on that one.
All right, well, next up is Raven's Call for Northcott. This is an alcohol ink, and this is what's behind me for this week. So it's a pretty cool panel. And you want to talk about the quilt kit? Just briefly.
This is, I think, 67 by 74 or thereabouts. It's a decent sized throw. This kind of bridges the gap between Halloween and fall. It'll make Halloween people happy. It'll make fall people happy. It's got pumpkins and the ravens, but it's not got anything specific that's Halloween, so you could leave it out throughout the whole season. And it's got some half square triangles to make the blocks in the border there, and some flying geese. So not terribly hard sewing with a couple borders, but it's just a beautiful, beautiful collection with all the teal blues and the little bit of orange in it.
All right, and finally for the quilt kits this week is, we're not done with patriotics, still the 250th anniversary of the United States. And this is a little unusual. This is Washington's Crossing, the quilt kit and the collection. But what makes this a little unusual, the Washington's Crossing, which I think most people know that picture. It has 2 panels, one a smaller one and one kind of a jumbo one, which is 70 some inches by 42 inches, and that's part of the quilt kit. So Amber, you want to get a little more detail on that?
Yeah, he's got the pictures showing there, and you can see the top half of it. We're going to visit this out in the shop a little bit later, but as you can see, that whole panel is 75 inches wide, and that's the basis of the quilt. It's got some strips sewn on top of it, and then stars fusible with using fusible applique on top of it to give it a little bit more patriotic feel. So that is a pretty easy quilt, would be quick to put together. And we also have a tote bag that has that picture of the Washington's Crossing on it. That comes as a panel as well.
Okay, that wrapped it up for the quilt kits, but we've got plenty of other new collections that have come in. None of these have quilt kits, but they're very diverse. We've got a Homestead Heritage, which is kind of a very traditional fall-like collection. We've got Henry Glass Milky Way, which it's a juvenile collection, kind of space theme, has a nice soft book with it. We've got a QT Fabrics Folklore, which is kind of a medieval mystical theme collection. Then we have Into the Deep by Banyan Batiks. And this is a batik collection with really all kinds of sea creatures in there. And then finally wrapping it up is one called Bathing Bonnies. We've talked about this briefly before, and guess what? It's about cows. So, and then one last thing before we leave this week, we've got, I promised in the newsletter about sneak peeks, and we're going to have one kind of a Rudolph Christmas theme, another Christmas theme, and then wrapping it up will be Charlie Brown. Right, we were on our way downstairs to take a closer look, and then we realized that I didn't talk about the contest. And this is the last week for the August contest. Had first 2 weeks, we got a lot of entries. Last week, I don't think we got a single one. So that makes odds a lot better for the $20 gift certificate. So one more week, it'll end Monday. So get those in, and then for the next month, we're going to continue this in September, but that will be with fall and Halloween theme. So even costumes, anything related to fall and Halloween is fair game, as long as it's like in a sewing or fabric type craft. And that was another opportunity. So don't send those this week, wait another week, and then we'll have that drawing and talk about it next week. Okay, let's take a closer look at Oh My Gourd, the placemat panel.
So as you can see, there's 4 blocks on here, and they're not reversible, but symmetrical, or I don't know, I can't think of the word. But you can see here we have the yellow pumpkin and the orange pumpkin. Down here you got the yellow and the orange. So they're backwards from each other. I think that's a nice touch that you don't usually see in panels like this. And you also have this little tiny, oops. No, you're okay. You have this little tiny strip down here that's got some leaves and berries. You could use that as a cute little border on a runner or on a tea towel or something. That's a neat added feature that they're putting in things nowadays. So here's a closer look at the table topper. You can see it's got the 4 placemat panels here. It's got these 4 corner blocks that are just strips sewn together. And then it's got this middle block that has the most piecing to it. And that's not super hard. It's just some triangles. And then uses the border stripe on the outside again. Wilmington is very good at that. Let's take a look at the fabric here. You have this lovely border stripe, and you can see it's got the pumpkins, it's got some leaves, and it's got a pretty magnolia flower that it has in a lot of these prints. So we also have an acorn print in the cream. We've got one in the dark green. We've got a print that has tons of pumpkins packed into it. We have one here that is just the magnolias with some berries. We've got another one here that's got some fern leaves and some leaves on a black background. And then we have 2 colors of plaid fabrics as well. So this is a nice, very traditional fall collection that has a lot of potential.
Okay, we're going to take a closer look at that Washington's panel, and we're out. We always call this the warehouse, and you can see why we call it the warehouse, because, well, it looks like one. You can see how huge this panel is, though.
Yeah, so again, there's Chris. He's, what, 6 foot?
Yep.
Well, and we've got this hanging up at a decent height, but again, it's 75 inches by 45 inches. And the 45 is, or 43 maybe, that's the width of the fabric, and then 75 inches long. So it's got the very traditional scene of Washington in the boat crossing the Delaware. And this is a very good printing of this panel. It looks like art. You could take this.
You could frame this and you probably wouldn't know it.
And this one is huge. It makes a statement. It would be an easy way to make a statement.
Let's hop into Jingle Pop this year with some Jingle Pop from Hoffman. Got 3 different colors with gold metallic and then silver metallic on the outsides of them. And just some strips so you can get started without really committing too much into it. All right.
Okay, next up we've got Henry Glass's Milky Way. This is a cute little juvenile collection. This is a book panel, but I think you could easily cut it up and use it as blocks in a larger quilt. We've also got another quilt panel that has little astronaut, rocket ships, and I guess all the different planets in the Milky Way, so that's super cute. Mm-hmm. We've got little astronauts. We've got blue with all the different space stuff. Oh, this is a block. Well, kind of. This is yardage, but it's got the blocks on it.
Just call them patchwork.
Yeah, just patches of the different things that are highlighted in all the prints. So we've got the rocket ships.
Hey, there's more Milky Way.
Yeah, cute little print. Here's another galaxy with the little firework things. That one's fun. And then some little stars and the swirly thing for the, I don't know, nebula or whatever maybe. Just fun and cute.
Good colors.
Yeah, it's got some blue. Blue is the predominant theme in a couple different shades, but it's got a little bit of red and some tealish turquoise in there too to give it some interest. Okay, here we are out in the warehouse with Christina again, and this is Homestead Heritage by Blank Quilting. We showed this one briefly a while back before we got it listed on our website, but it is now available on the website and in store. The main focus is this panel. It's got a little bit of everything going on. It shows the log cabin. It's got the window with the scenic view and the geese flying. It's got the old cook stove, the pies, the vegetables, all the canning stuff, the little cat even curled up in the basket. And then we have all these wonderful fabrics that just go along with it. We've got the cat, we've got canning jars, we've got one with different pieces of pie. Those all look yummy. We've got one with the outside trees, a cute little gingham, some wood logs. Oh, and some more with the veggies and the veggies in the basket. So this is just a very, I don't know, nostalgic, fall-themed collection.
Okay, we're back in the receiving warehouse where only employees are supposed to go to, and you can see we've got these, you know, sitting on a shelf where they need to get listed and marked. This is Cool Club by Studio E. It's a really nice winter flannel collection. Amber, you got anything else to say about it?
This has a neat cheater fabric. It's not a panel, it's yardage, but it looks like a home sewn rag quilt. We are looking into getting a pattern for a rag quilt out of this collection because it's flannel. That'll make it really nice and raggy. So let us know if you're interested in that. Oh, wait, sorry.
All right, here's another sneak peek. And remember, sneak peeks, man, don't go to our website looking to buy it. It's not there yet. But this is a Rudolph collection that we hope to get up in the next couple weeks.
And this one will have a kit as well. But you can see all your favorite characters are in there. You got Bumble, you got the elf, you got Rudolph. I think there's Clarice, the Santa, and this cute one that has all the names and the pictures on it.
So look for this in the next couple weeks. Okay, the last sneak peek is here, and this is really a sneak peek because we don't have everything here yet. But this is a Charlie Brown for all those remember reading comic or Charlie Brown and Snoopy in the comic books. And we'll be getting more of these in here and then getting them up and listed. So look for that. Okay, it was National Dog Day this Wednesday, and in keeping with that, we're ending this video with Ruby, and she's having a great old time with her ball. So like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.